So, for more information, visit our website. We've got several articles explaining how Pope Francis is the last Pope and his role in the soon-coming trumpet. Check it out.
Yeah, right. If you've got a question, drop us a line. Go to worldslastchance.com and click on Contact Us. We want to hear from you too.
Of the WLC reward system, World's Last Chance is eager to partner with you in preparing for heaven. In our WLC store, we offer a collection of items designed to aid you in your spiritual journey. There are books, audiobooks, resources on CD-ROM and MP3, videos, as well as a number of truth-sharing tools for holding your own Bible studies with friends and neighbours. We even have a youth section with items to appeal to the younger members of the family. The best part? You don't have to pay for any of it. This is where it comes in. When you become a registered member on our website, there are a variety of ways by which you can earn reward points to be spent in our store. There are currently 31 e-courses available to study on our website. Each completed e-course accrues points. The accumulated points earned will be instantly transferred to the member's account once the course is complete. You can earn over 6,000 points for courses alone. But that's not all. Correctly answering the daily quiz, responding to the weekly survey, and even accessing an English content item can all earn you points. The points you earn can then be spent on the items available in our WLC store. We mail to anywhere in the world at no cost to you. We'll even cover the cost of shipping and handling. Visit our website at worldslastchance.com. Start earning points today. Not all items are available in your language. Visit our website today to see what's available in your language.
November 1923.
What I wanted, of course, was to have my plays produced. I used to bring to show them, to propose them to actors, to directors, to all people involved in theatrical life. Of course, my plays were banned or refused, but for me that was proof that I was on the right side. In fact, I was very happy to see that my plays doesn't fit with the ideology or the rules of the power. I had some very short plays printed in some magazines.
Und 7330 Kilohertz im 41 Meter Band und um 19 Uhr auf den Frequenzen 6180 Kilohertz im 49 Meter Band und 7235 Kilohertz DRL im 41 Meter Band. Die Zeitangaben sind in UTC. Im Internet sind wir über Windows Media auf www.rri.ru zu erreichen. Sie empfangen uns auch über den Satelliten Eutelsat 16A, 16 Grad Ost, senkrechte Polarisierung auf der Frequenz 11512 MHz, Symbolrate 29950, Standard DVB S2, Modulation 8 PSK, Audio PID 510. Wir danken für Ihre Aufmerksamkeit. Auf Wiederhören.
Hello, dear listeners. Today in history begins. On November 20, 1922, the Lausanne Peace Conference, which eventually ensured the independence of Turkey, gave birth in Lausanne town of Switzerland. Foreign Minister İsmet İnönü represented Turkey at the
euch eine Sendung des WLC-Radioprogramms präsentiert. Diese Sendung steht mit weiteren Episoden des WLC-Radios auf unserer Webseite zum Download bereit. Du kannst sie mit Freunden hören und teilen und sie als Anregung zum Bibelstudium nutzen. Sie sind auch wunderbare Hilfsmittel für diejenigen, die allein oder in kleinen Gruppen zu Hause Gottesdienst halten. Wenn ihr die Sendungen des WLC-Radios hören wollt, dann besucht unsere Website worldslastchance.com. Klickt auf der Homepage oben rechts auf das WLC-Radio-Icon. Anschließend könnt ihr die Sendungen in eurer Sprache herunterladen. Auf der Website findet ihr außerdem Artikel und Videos in einer Vielzahl von Sprachen.
Play that record again. They used to do that in the 60s, an instant replay twin spin.
Thanks, Roger. Just get the head of steam up, keep us moving, buddy. If you can, I'd be very grateful. Just, you stick to your job, I'll stick to mine. That's how Chris Williams said it works with this show. And if it's good enough for Chris, it's good enough for me.
I know. Get shoveling.
Thanks very much. Good stuff. Hey, listen, if you want to get in touch, studio@manxradio.com, the email address. Anita saying, morning, Chris. Please can you say hi to Chris W. And tell him I'm glad it all went well. And thanks very much for your comments on the show, Anita, as well. Steve has been in touch as well with Carnaby Street, listening to Caroline North on AM. I'm not sure whether they're on 648 or 1360, but it is a Caroline North weekend all the way through. In round about 10 minutes' time, your chance to enter the competition with Isle of Man Steam Railways. We've tickets for 2 adults and 2 children on the Santa Express train on Sunday, 13th December. You could be on board the train itself, leaving Douglas Steam Railway Station for about 11 o'clock in the morning, returning at 12:40. We've got a competition prize for those 2 adults, 2 children to give away. That will be happening at 9:20 this morning.
There we are, boys. And there's a special treat. Some biscuits. I've always liked ginger nuts.
This is the Voice of America, Washington, D.C., signing on.
Is VOA News via remote. I'm World Weapon. Oil-rich Nigeria, which is Africa's biggest economy, slips into recession for the second time in 4 years, the National Bureau of Statistics said on Saturday. Q3 2020 real GDP contracted for second consecutive quarter by negative 3.62%, the NBS said in its data for third quarter of this year.
Chapter 8? Hey boy, what you doing coming late? Yeah, it's another thing. If Jesus was going to come, and you're not waiting for him, looking for him, so you go for that, it's a dining hall?
Netflix these days? Oh, not really, mate. There is, there's a new documentary on Netflix. It's about one of the girls that has been locked up for 15 years by one of them rapist guys, in the house. I know there's a big documentary coming on Netflix about that.
Much maligned band, Sweet, of course, and they were maligned because they were part of that sort of glitter era. on their very, very good musicians and very technically adept at what they do. The songs they made were testament to that they live to this day as being good songs. Before that, Wang Chung were still out on tour. Everybody Has Fun Tonight, and they originated in Maidstone apparently. So I'm told at Maidstone College. Want to say hello to Tony and Claire up there in Walderslade in Kent, and hope you're well. And to also Molly and Gordon at Potterham in Norfolk, listening in. Stay warm, stay dry, and stay safe. That's the message to everybody this weekend. Stay listening to Radio Caroline North. We've got some great programmes. And don't forget, at 7 o'clock, we've got the new boy here, Ray Copeland. He'll be here between 7 and 9, and then it's Mr. Foster with the album show. If you've got any suggestions for music for either guys, by all means send them to memories@radiocaroline.co.uk. P.O. Box 41441. يعني صندوق البريد 41441. يعني من الشمال لليمين نكتب، وبالانجليزي 414.
Ze vragen over mij wat vind jij nou mooi muziek zegt. Wat zou jij nu? Ja, kijk, en dan moet ik dat bekennen, dan heb ik veel mooie muziek. Hè? Dat zeg dan wel, dat vind ik prachtig mooi. Ik hou sowieso graag van instrumentale muziek. Ja, dat kun je me zo laten maken. Dat vind ik prachtig mooi. Volksmuziek gaan we ook gaan horen. Maar geen als talen. Nou, ik heb zoveel smaken dat ik zeg van ja, dat vind ik mooi, dat vind ik mooi. Lieve je naar van toe, ja, dat is heel moeilijk voor mij om daar 1, 2, 3 soorten 3 op te noemen, hè. Nee, dat gaat niet. Maar, wat ik wel gedaan heb, ik denk, weet je wat, ik maak een jingeltje. Ja, dan wordt aangekondigd dat ik een leuk plaatje vind. Nou, en dan per uitzending zoek ik gewoon een uit. Ik denk van, nou, dat vind ik een leuk plaatje. Ja, en dat komt achter het jingeltje aan. Nou, let maar op.
That Pac-Man likes very much.
News aus dem WASC. Wissen, was los ist im Verein.
Also mit diesen Themen. Übergangsfrist für Nutzung von Funkgeräten im Kfz verlängert. 3000 Kilometer Kontakt auf 433 Megahertz von St. Helena nach Südafrika gelungen. Low-Band DXer John de Voldere verstorben und Mitgliedertreff am 21. November. Unabhängig von Länderregelungen ist die Übergangsfrist für die Nutzung von Funkgeräten in Kraftfahrzeugen bis zum 30. Juni 2021 verlängert worden. In der Bundesratsdrucksache Nummer 578/20 vom 6. November heißt es im Beschluss dazu, Paragraph 23 Absatz 1a der Straßenverkehrsordnung ist im Falle der Verwendung eines Funkgerätes erst ab dem 1. Juli 2021 anzuwenden.
Or you can email am.qso.party@dmx.co.uk. Items belonging to World War II Bletchley Park codebreaker Alan Turing that were stolen from the UK decades ago are to be returned from the United States.
For more details, please write to us. Also, you asked about the ethnic dress of minorities in Romania. Well, this is radio. I wish I could help you with that, but I guess looking up those minorities that I mentioned above, that should give you a fairly good idea of what is going on around here. Anyway, ethnic minorities have a great variety of dress, as you may well guess, because they are so different between them. That is all we have for today's listeners' letterbox, and we really look forward to your questions in the future and your letters from Radio Romania International in Bucharest. It's all 73s.
Coming up next on Radio Romania International. Simply Folk.
Hello and welcome to Simply Folk with me, Kalin Kotsu. Today's interpreter is Viorel Costin, an artist who dedicated his career to the music of his native region of Maramureș. At 19 years of age, he got the top prize at the National Student Arts Festival playing Schubert Lieds. 2 years later, he got the grand trophy at a national competition playing traditional music from his region. Here he is with his piece, Walking the Road.
Şimdi Göztepe, MK, Ankara Gücü ve İttifak Holding Konyaspor arasında oynanacak Süper Lig futbol karşılaşmalarının naklen yayınına başlayacağız.
Süper Lig Misli.com'da başladı. Tüm maçlara canlı bahis oyna, heyecanı misliyle yaşa.
Misli.com Findex bilgilendiriyor. Sattığınız mal veya hizmetin ödemesi için kabul ettiğiniz çek vadesinde ödenmezse ne olur? Alacağınızı vadesinde tahsil edemezseniz nakit akışınız bozulacağından ödemelerinizi zamanında yapamayabilirsiniz. Çekle ödeme kabul etmeden önce çeki yazan kişi ya da kurumun ödemelerini vadesinde yapıp yapmadığı ileri vadeli çekleri gibi bilgileri incelemelisiniz. Bu bilgilere Findex kare kodlu çek raporundan kolayca ulaşabilir, ticari faaliyetlerinizi daha şeffaf bir ortamda sürdürebilirsiniz. Findex bilgilendirdi.
Süper Lig Misli.com'da başladı. Tüm maçlara canlı bahis oyna, heyecanı misliyle yaşa.
Misli.com
Die Stimme der Türkei ist wie in der Vergangenheit auch in der Gegenwart mit Ihnen.
Textielfabriek vindt u te Voorkapel, Mol, Heusden, Halen en Wielsen.
sagantaa barnoota biyyuu ingiliishitti bagana gaan dhufte har'a waa'ee hojii keetii akkatti ibsitu baruuf jira akkatti afaan ingiliiziin hojiin kiyya ni ulfaata jennu haa dhageenyu.
My job's hard.
My job is hard. Himicha addaan haa qoonnu inni hundhuuraa kiyya maay jedhuun eegale maqaa hojii job jedhuu fi gocha ta'uu ta'etti ofichaansuun jalqaba kunis maqibsa ulfaataa hard jedhu ofichaansa.
My job's hard.
My job's hard.
At least 3 vaccines are in the process of being authorized by the relevant authorities in the US and the European Union, with the first doses possibly reaching Romania by the end of the year. I'm Cristina Mateescu with this report by Corina Crista.
Cari lettori di Cinitalia, il 2020 marca il 50° anniversario delle relazioni diplomatiche con la Cina. È un traguardo simbolico importantissimo.
Vous venez de suivre le programme en langue française de Radio Taïwan International, diffusé sur la fréquence 6005 kHz vers l'Europe et l'Afrique du Nord de 19h à 19h30, temps universel. Retrouvez notre programme complet sur notre site internet fr.rti.org.tw. Merci de votre écoute.
خير يا جماعة. مساء الفل يا عم اسماعيل. بعد اذنك يا معلم هبعت سليم. يا سليم 2 رمى 16 لعمك اسماعيل. الراجل ده بيقع مننا. اسماعيل ربنا يبارك لك، ربنا يجعلنا من اهل الخير دايما. امين يا رب العالمين. بس انت مش شايف ان في رونج؟ تعرف كده انت بتعمل ايه؟ رونج ليه؟ هو انا بعمل حاجة عيب لا سمح الله؟ انا بعمل خير وبعطف على حد غلبان.
Turkey's Foreign Ministry spokesman Hami Aksul said the neutrality of the European Union's Operation UNID in the Mediterranean is controversial since it began without consultation with the legitimate Libyan government, Turkey, and NATO. Aksul said given this fact, the double standard and illegal treatment of ships transporting from Turkey to Libya, like this illegal search on the vessel, is unacceptable. Habertürk reports that an American expert, Jason Pack, said the air dimension of the war in Libya was strategically conducted entirely by foreigners, that Turkey won't war. Pack added that the leader of the illegitimate powers, Khalifa Haftar, the Pushists, and the Libyan National Army were the party that started the war with the support of countries such as the United Arab Emirates. But since the beginning of this year, they have been defeated by new warfare technologies of Turkey, especially drones. Up next is the review of the foreign media. From Germany, Deutsche Welle says the Turkish Minister of Foreign Affairs has announced that the ambassadors of the European Union, Italy, and the German Charge d'Affaires have been given a note due to disturbing.
Radio EANI, Netigioni.
All the girls on the block, nothing of my day. Wanna know what it is, make the boys want more.
And to mark the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, you are called to take a lead and stand against gender-based violence. And in an event of gender-based violence in your area, report to the relevant authorities for intervention. Victims are encouraged to report to the nearest police station in order to get help. Together, let's protect women and girls from all forms of abuses and create a safe environment for all. And remember, coronavirus is real. Protect yourself and your loved ones from the pandemic. Wash your hands and with soap and water regularly. Wear your face mask. Maintain social distancing. Keep 2 meters apart. Let us stop coronavirus from spreading. I am Lasuba Memo. Thanks for listening.
ده كان الأخبار باللغة الإنجليزية، ويمكنك الاستماع لنا من اليوم الاثنين لحد يوم الجمعة على الترددات التالية.
Visit our website at voanews.com. On behalf of our producer, Mokbil Yapar, thank you again for tuning in and choosing the Voice of America.
VOA brings
brings you the best in African music on the African Beat. African Beat showcases the latest and the greatest of contemporary African music, from Bobo music to Hip Life, Bongo flavor to Sukus, Beats and Dumbolo and Makossa to Quaker. The African Beat on VOA has it all. And it's happening right here, Mondays through Fridays at 09:05 and 20:05 UTC, right after the international news.
The Voice of America's global news program, International Edition, brings you an in-depth look at the biggest news stories of the day. Nobody covers the world more comprehensively than VOA. Our correspondents gather the news and the views of the most seasoned experts on international issues. Tune in Monday to Friday at 3:30 and 17:05 UTC on the Voice of America.
Friends, we can all listen to the Side of Sports.
Great show, bro.
Right here on the Voice of America.
This is Prince Lester sitting in for Sunny Young in Washington. Welcome to the November 25th edition of the Sunny Side of Sports.
You're listening to A Light on Literature, live presentation of timeless work of Chinese literature. Mentions on Ian Lewis from My Country and My People, an English-language commentary by Lin Yu Tong about China's character, history, culture, and art of literature.
But what frights greatness? Carlyle has said somewhere that the first impression of a really great work of art is always unnerving to the point of painfulness.
Kısa dalga 25 metre 11.815 kHz üzerinden Avrupa'ya, Kürtsat 3A, Kürtsat 4A, Hatbird, Optik B2, Eutelsat 36A, Yamalı Türkçe, Galaxy 19 uydularından ve internetten www.trt.net.tr ve www.trt.net.tr yayın yapan TRT Türkiye'nin Sesi Radyosu. Biraz sonra Avrupa'daki dinleyicilerimizle kısa dalga 49 metre 5980 kHz üzerinden tekrar birlikte olacağız.
Bonsoir à tous. Cela fait plusieurs heures maintenant que l'armée fédérale éthiopienne a reçu l'ordre de lancer l'offensive dite finale contre les forces.
This is Radio Romania International. You are listening to our one-hour broadcast in English for listeners in Western Europe. We can also be heard on the internet at www.rri.ro Channel 1.
You can find us on Facebook, Twitter and other social media platforms.
Our programs are also available on TuneIn and via satellite Eurosat 16A on 11,512 MHz vertical polarization, symbol rate 29,950 mega symbols per second, standard DVB-S2, modulation 8 PSK, audio PID 510. We wish you good reception conditions.
Vlad Palcu in the newsroom at Radio Romania International. Let's have a look at the top stories. The country's Supreme Defense Council will examine on December the 3rd
the national anti-COVID-19 vaccination strategy in Romania.
The hospitality sector, one of the industries worst hit by the pandemic, will receive support from the Romanian government. Bear in mind, COVID-19 may cause postal services delays at 6064 General Bertlaw Street, Sector 1, Bucharest, area code 010165, PO Box 151, Romania. We remind you that the personality of the year 2019 on Radio Romania International was Swedish environmental activist on climate change Greta Thunberg. The personality of the year 2018 on Radio Romania International was the German Chancellor Angela Merkel, and the personality of the year 2017 on RRI was the Romanian tennis player Simona Halep, former number one in the WTA rankings. The personality of the year 2020 on Radio Romania International will be announced on January the 1st, 2021.
Focus on Romania. Traveler's Guide.
Hello and welcome to our tourism feature. I'm Kalin Kotzer.
Location of your 77's antenna, but it's certainly very good here anyway. So there you go. Okay, so I came up on the what's the name this morning, the shaving club. So I said hello to them all on there this morning. I managed to get up in time. I've got to get up. Got to force myself up. I know I normally get up at 4 every day of the week, but when I'm on holiday, sometimes I think, it's a nice lay-in. Then I think, I should really get up and call in on the shaving club. So I did that this morning. Anyway, everyone was fine, and there were about 10, 12 people on there, I think, something like that. But very good indeed. Okay. Right, I'll put it round to you then, Peter. G3SUY, take with group G10ZU.
Estimated locale.
You are listening to Radio Romania International.
Coming up next in today's broadcast, it's Music Highlights with me, Ana Maria Popescu. Today we talk about a remarkable family of musicians, the Gheorghiu brothers. Valentin Gheorghiu was born on March the 21st, 1928 in Galați.
The news continues on the English language broadcast of the Voice of Turkey.
Passed the call-by resolution for the international start said he's feeling bad and went to bed, never to wake up again. According to local media in Shortwave, a preliminary autopsy report showed that the former football player succumbed to acute pulmonary edema due to chronic heart failure while he was sleeping. Considered by many one of the best footballers ever to play the game, the Argentine international led his team to victory in the World Cup in Mexico in 1986. And that was the news brought to you by the Voice of Turkey. Hello dear listeners, welcome to the review of the Turkish press. We read reports about the security meeting. Turkey's National Security Council met on Wednesday under the presidency of Recep Tayyip Erdogan. A statement was released after the meeting protesting the operation by German forces on the Turkish vessel. The operation performed as a part of the UNID exercise was one-sided, illegal action, not fitting to the relationships between allies. We strongly protested, and we are going to take every step necessary against such a move.
English. محبة. Love. L-O-V-E. تعريف المحبة بحسب الموسوعة الحرة هي نوع خاص من أنواع الحب وتدل على الحب اللامحدود واللا مشروط. An intense feeling of deep affection.
راديو يعني
呀，小圈，dialoga。
这橘子甜吗？
很甜。
Добре, сега искам да попитам за цената. Как ще се каже това нещо на китайски език?
Hello everyone, this is Yuna Khan, journalist from Pakistan. She's based in Tsinghua University. World Today is an excellent initiative to discuss current affairs by including experts from across the globe. I've always enjoyed our thought-provoking discussions and wish the team even more success and impact in the future.
Hello, this is Michael John. Greetings from Los Angeles of the golden state of California. Thank you today for making me part of your team. Truly enjoy the debates we had and look forward to many more in the years to come.
Radio China International.
CRI Panorama. Eine Welt. Visionen, Entwicklungen, Perspektiven.
Hallo liebe Radiofreunde und herzlich willkommen.
Hi there, this is Diane. This is Barry. Lauren. And on behalf of everyone at Motown, we also wish to extend our congratulations.
Zuschauende, 5:06. Schnellbewegen. Schauer oder Gewitter drin. Liturgisches Meer. Östliche Winde. 5:06. Etwas zunehmen. Schauer oder Gewitter drin.
Текущие события. Обзор, анализ, комментарий. Сотрудничество с Россией занимает особое место.
Johannesburg. Malawi's new cannabis regulatory authority this week said the country is ready to become the latest in Africa to produce the plant for medical and industrial use. Malawi farmers, however, say the license fee up to $10,000 is high. Lamek Messina reports from Blantyre.
The enactment of a law allowing cultivation of cannabis.
Repeating, Manchester, Metroport. Manchester at 1620 Zulu. Automated observation. Wind 040 degrees, 3 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Cloud few at 4,800 feet. Temperature 4, dew point 2, QNH 1018, tempo, visibility 4,000 meters.
A mellow understanding of life and of human nature is and always has been the Chinese ideal of character. And from that understanding, other qualities are derived, such as pacifism, contentment, calm, and strength of endurance, which distinguish the Chinese character. Strength of character is really strength of mind, according to the Confucianists. When a man has cultivated these virtues through mental discipline, we say he has developed his character.
Right. Well, for those who are just tuning in, I'm speaking with Stephen Gowans, Ottawa-based author, journalist, blogger. He's the author of Washington's Long War on Syria and other books as well. And he provided us with an update on Washington's Long War on Syria just at the end of October. So we're talking about that and the sanctions and why the United States has imposed sanctions. And so you're saying, Steve, that Washington wants to remove a government that is responsive to Syrians, replacing it with a government that's responsive to Washington. And, of course, the U.S. documents and speakers talked about replacing the government with a Sunni-oriented business regime.
Programul pe armânește.
Liniștiți ascultători, ascultim ora a treia emisiune de azi pe armânește.
Aducem aminte că Radio România Internațional dă acasă ziua 3 emisiuni pe armânește.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Today is Friday, 27th day of November 2020. This is the voice of Turkey and you're listening to the news. Turkey has launched an investigation into Germany's unlawful inspection of the Turkey-flagged cargo vessel Rosalie A in international waters.
It's 2 days before Thanksgiving.
48 hours.
48 hours, yeah. A lot of people are counting down. This programming note, we will not be on next week. If plans stay firm.
What's on instead?
There'll be, wow. I don't know if you can hear that. It's a high-speed train going by. We'll get to that later. What's on next week? A basketball game.
Oh, that's exciting.
Well, it is exciting because Stony Brook actually is moving forward with their basketball season, both men's and women's. No audience, though, well, except for the people who listen to the radio. Yeah, we'll see how that works out. But next week we will not be on because of that. Unless they change their minds, in which case, we'll see what happens.
Maybe like a short show or something?
No, it won't be a show at all because I think the game starts at 5:45 instead of 6:45, like in the past. So since we're on from 6 to 7, that doesn't leave any time for us.
So we're not on call or anything?
Well, we might be on call. It depends. Hopefully we'll find out before the game begins if it's not going to be on.
Well, you'll tell me, though.
I'll try if I can find you. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's good. That's important, at least.
So this week, and we don't have the other show tomorrow, so we got sort of a little vacation here.
Radio Armenia pășită pe muzică. Radio Armenia, emisiune de voce la est.
الكلام اللي رح أختم فيه اليوم بيفتح قدامنا رؤية جديدة لهالموضوع الأساسي بحياتنا. هالكلام الحكيم مأخوذ من كلام.
Avoid contact with infected people. We should cover our mouth as we sneeze or cough with a single-use paper towel or the inside of our elbow. Avoid the crowds. The vaccine for this virus has yet to be found, but there are measures of protection. The best way to survive the illness is to not getting the illness in the first place.
International.
gewöhnliche Reise begeben.
Info Plus.
Provocările din zona euro-mediteraneană necesită un răspuns dinamic comun, ferm.
Maintenant, on avait parlé de Kashu. Cette ville attire non seulement des Chinois d'autres provinces, mais aussi des étrangers. J'ai rencontré un Espagnol dans mon hôtel. Il est venu en moto. Voilà, donc voilà, on l'écoute.
And I enjoy the experience. It's so fun. You get to bond and remember like those great memories together. But after I moved to Guangzhou, I really I understood China. I knew how to travel then in China, and I was like, I want to start doing my own thing. Especially doing Rachel Meets China, I decided...
You could do without them.
I was like, I really, there's just things that when you're on your own, you have this freedom of choosing where you want to go, when you want to go, what time and what place, and I could spend a lot longer. If I found something super interesting, I didn't have to wait or decide with somebody else to say, oh, let's chat about it, should we stay, should we go?
Guten Tag, liebe Hörerinnen und Hörer, hier ist der Kurzwellensender Die Stimme der Türkei. Heute ist Samstag, der 28. November 2020. Sie hören die Nachrichten.
Living Romania.
You are listening to Radio Romania International.
This is Bucharest, Radio Romania International.
Welcome to DX Mailbag, the show where we look for construction reports from our listeners.
At www.rri.ro Channel 1. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write an email at engl@rri.ro. Goodbye.
Die Stimme der Türkei ist wie in der Vergangenheit auch in der Gegenwart mit Ihnen.
هنا بوخارست صوت رومانيا العالمي. الكرام، الفترة الثانية من برامجنا لهذا اليوم تستمر من الساعة 1 بعد الظهر.
Das war's für heute von Radio Taiwan International. Zum Abschluss hören Sie jetzt noch ein Volkslied der Hakka und aufgenommen ist es von dem Künstler Lin Jiancheng. Damit verabschiedet sich am Mikrofon Karina Rother. Danke fürs Zuhören. Bis zum nächsten Mal.
Îți spunem bună ziua în limba ta. Îți dezvăluim România în limba ta. Radio România Internațional. Aproape totul despre România.
منكم ولكم.
كانت تستخدم في سك العملات النقدية قديما، وحاليا تستخدم في صنع الحلي وأيضا لصناعة الهدايا نفيسة الثمن، وتوجد بوصرة في القشرة الأرضية. ومن أكثر الأماكن التي تتواجد فيها الفضة المكسيك وبوليفيا والصين واستراليا.
Muzica mere, Vetem na Radio EANE.
Familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces.
The country has seen a surge in new infections in recent weeks as the winter months forced more people indoors. Friday was the 25th straight day the country recorded more than 100,000 new infections, reporting at least 110,611 cases. Top infectious disease expert Anthony Fauci suggested infections are likely to remain high or even get worse through the next 3 months. And that was the news brought to you by the Voice of Turkey. Don't forget, coronavirus is a symptomatic illness. The most common symptoms are fever, exhaustion, a sore throat, dry cough, and gasping. So what can we do for protection against the coronavirus? We should wash our hands with ample water and soap for at least 20 seconds. When there is no water or soap, we should clean our hands with sanitizers or alcohol. Do not touch your nose, mouth, and eyes with unwashed hands. Avoid contact with infected people. We should cover our mouth as we sneeze or cough with a single-use paper towel or the inside of our elbow. Avoid the crowds. The vaccine for this virus has yet to be found, but there are measures of protection. The best way to survive the illness is to not getting the illness in the first place.
Radio Romania International.
Herzlich willkommen, meine Damen und Herren, zu unserem Spaziergang durch die Sendungen von Radio Romania International. Dora Mihălcescu begrüßt Sie.
Through initiatives for the people, with heart, we love doing good. His Majesty King Maha Vajiralongkorn Phra Vajiraklao Chao Yu Hua put into practice the message he delivered upon ascending the throne, that he would better the lives of his people and allow them to better one another. Fostering compassion, His Majesty the King is the heart of the kingdom.
Thailand Magazine.
This is Radio Thailand World Service, broadcasting from Bangkok and relayed over transmitters in Bandung, Udon Thani, northeastern Thailand. For listeners in Asia and the Pacific, the Middle East and Africa, Europe and America, it is now time for our broadcast in German.
Top German virologist has said the novel coronavirus rampant around the world is not from the central Chinese city of Wuhan, but a mutation from northern Italy. Professor Alexander Kekula explained that the Italian strain is called G mutant, which has genetic mutations. Kekula said the Italian strain is likely to be more contagious than the variant found in Wuhan, which was once the epicenter of the COVID-19 outbreak in China. The virologist pointed out over 99% of the COVID-19 cases can be genetically traced back to the Italian variant, and even the current cases in China are re-imported from Europe and the rest of the world. He noted that for a global pandemic, the starting shot was fired in northern Italy. The expert said Italy's long ignorance for the warnings from China and lack of countermeasures are to blame. Otherwise, the original virus could have been brought under control. Hong Kong reported 84 new COVID-19 cases on Saturday. The city has so far registered over 6,100 infections. Authorities said 567 COVID-19 patients are still being treated in local hospitals, including 7 in critical condition.
Brothers and sisters, grace to you and peace from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. I give thanks to my God always on your account, for the grace of God bestowed on you in Christ Jesus.
A watchman has the good of the other citizens at heart. He watches and keeps them safe while they sleep.
We are contributed to the program. This goes for reflection on by Brother Enobong Odoidion and I'm for the Paul Samasumo. Do stay tuned now for church news.
Pope Francis created 13 new cardinals on Saturday afternoon in St. Peter's Basilica.
Hier ist die Stimme der Türkei. Wussten Sie das?
Wussten Sie, dass der erste Staatsmann der Welt, der Sportunterricht zur Pflicht machte, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk war?
Our Facebook profile on WhatsApp at +407 44 312 650, by fax at 004021 319 0562, or by post. But bear in mind, COVID-19 may cause postal services delays at 6064 General Butler Street, Sector 1, Budapest. Address is 010165 151, Romania. We remind you that the personality of the year 2019 on Radio Romania International was Swedish environmental activist on climate change, Greta Thunberg.
Coming up next on Radio Romania International.
Welcome to Simple Folk. I'm Eugen Nafta.
The freedom to live and worship as the conscience dictates will become a thing of the past. Many lives will be lost during this spiritual fight, and when the mark of the beast is enforced, there will be martyrs. Each event prepares for the next crisis. In one long last call of mercy to repent, the Yahweh is not willing that any should perish.
Vous écoutez Radio Taïwan International, c'est Mingwang,
Valentin Flequet, Clément Tricot
et Lisa Dufaux. Pour vous potenter, on en parle à Taïwan.
Bonjour à tous, c'est Mingwang à l'antenne. On en parle à Taïwan de cette semaine vous invite à découvrir Taïwan à travers 4 volets, à savoir Saveur de la semaine.
Se ishte një nga pasardhësit mbretit të mëparshëm të shtetit Shku, ishte i talentuar se me njohuri dhe gjera